of the events or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man to go nuts if he cash shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queens.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
I'm
Queen.
getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
In my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't roll my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Michaelah.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin? Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X to my jeans and I got...
This is
Oh, Deb. I'm Kamala. Okay. Happy 50th birthday to hip hop. When people think of me, okay, they think hip hop. I grew up in Oakland. I'm wearing this shirt. I scream hip hop. Hip hop! So yeah, I'm into hip hop. I want to give it up, okay, to all the greats. So Missy, TLC, ODB, DMX, okay, ABC, and LGBT, okay, Q, Lil Nas X. Giving it up. We here at the residence, it's lit. That's a word I have said before. A wise, okay, man once said, to the window, to the wall, okay, to the sweat, drop down my balls. Skeet, skeet, motherfucker. Skeet, skeet, goddamn. Those words are poetry, okay? I mean, it rhymes. So technically, that's poems. Happy birthday, hip-hop. Kamala out. Today is today. And yesterday was today yesterday. Tomorrow will be today tomorrow. So live today. So the future today will be as the past today as it is tomorrow.
All right, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your Sunday Vitamins. Okay, so as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and like and share the video, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so let's get those likes up. All right, and so with that all being said, for those of you who don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Exit stage left. Don't let the virtual doorknob hit you on the way out. Okay? So that all being said, let's see who is in here. Sharon, December White, Deronda, Juju B is in the house. Say the Queen is queening. Thank you. Pamela, Kathy B, Mr. Elevation. All right, Nessie X, I see you, Buckhorst, DC. So let's get into it. Desmond, shout out to my moderators putting in work. Okay, so that all been said. Hey, April. 504 Nola in the house. Okay, so listen. First of all, let me say, you guys, hey, Brandslayer TV. I'm going to be going live again today at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss it because I'm going to have Rihanna's ex-publicist on here. Now, you all remember days ago, I reported, and you heard it here first, where the story came out about this new documentary about Jay-Z's alleged mistress, Kathy White, who I've reported on, and I gave you all the receipts. You heard it here first. Well, there's a documentary about that. And so they mentioned a man by the name of Jonathan May, who's a celebrity publicist, who said back in the day, he said that he's the one who put out the rumors about Jay-Z and Rihanna. So I'm going to have him on here because I want to get to the bottom of it. Because remember, I told you, I said, now, did he just give Jay-Z grades? Was he just trying to protect Jay-Z? Or did he really do it? I want to have him. I'm going to have him on here. And I'm also going to ask him about Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein, because you all also remember that I did a video about Jay-Z and his ties to Harvey Weinstein, and I showed you the video of him on stage basically admitting that they were working together. And also, I want to know why the feds were investigating Jay-Z in the first place. Okay, so let's get ready to get into this. All right, and I just put the link in the chat for the interview that I'm going to be doing at 5 o'clock. There's the link. There's the link again. And so let's talk about Kabama, or Kabami, as I call her. Let's talk about it, because this lady by the name of Michaelah Montgomery went in on her at the Trump rally that was held here in Atlanta. So let's talk about it. I'm going to show that video in just a second. But how did Trump get to know this lady? They in fact call her Chick-fil-A girl or Chick-fil-A lady. Former President Donald Trump cracked a risque joke about leaving former First Lady Melania at his rally in Georgia on Saturday after calling an activist on the stage who earlier in the event gave remarks taking direct aim at Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, Trump brought Michaelah Montgomery up toward the end of his remarks at his rally in Georgia, or at the Georgia State University Convocation Center in Atlanta. He explained that he met Montgomery at a restaurant while in Atlanta earlier this year. Trump claimed that when he went into the restaurant, which was a Chick-fil-A, she was behind the counter and told him that you saved my college. Saying, he says, this one is so smart, so sharp. She grabbed me. She gave me a kiss. This is what Trump said. I said, I think I'm never going back home to the First Lady. So let's get into it, honey, because we got to watch this speech that she gave. Okay, he says, you were supposed to keep the quiet. Or Montgomery says, you were supposed to keep that quiet. She joked. Now, with that all being said, she was calling out Kamala left and right. And I want to know, first of all, what you all think about it. But before we get you all's thoughts, let's listen to the interview, which I'm sure many of you have already heard because, quite frankly, it went viral. Okay, Mr. Elevation says, Kabami, I'm here for your nefariousness. Sweet D said, I literally just saw that video. She gave Kabami the business. Oh, yes, she absolutely did. Okay, please pay attention. And also, in other news, the Philadelphia mayor did a campaign ad where she said that Kamala Harris's VP pick is Josh Shapiro. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, because now they're saying that, Kamala hasn't really picked or hadn't decided, but he's one of the top people that she was having vetted by her team. So we're going to get into that too. But likes up, everyone, please like and share. Now, I'm going to share my screen so we can listen to this speech because it was electric. All right. Likes up. Here we go.
Montgomery. A lot of you guys know me as the girl from Chick-fil-A, but I am so much more than that. Not only do I serve as the CEO of Conserve the Culture, I am also the state director for Blexit down here in Georgia. I'm a Fulton County coordinator for America First Works, and I'm also launching a podcast on the Patriots Prayer Network. So put some respect on my name. Now, why don't we jump right into it? See, as a young single mother, I can tell y'all that rent is too damn high. I can tell you that as a young black voter, groceries are too damn high. And as an American citizen, period, seniors like my parents should never have to choose between medicine or food. It should never be the quality of life versus the quantity of life. And I don't want to hear, oh, but we capped the price of insulin and lowered the price of all these medicines. Yeah, but you raised the price of everything else. So it's about time to start telling the truth to Americans and let them know exactly what they're signing up for if they want to vote for Kamala Harris. We need to vote based on facts and not feelings. See, under Harris and Biden, the average Georgia household is losing $1,060 per month, and inflation is at 21.4%. And due to the war on energy, average gas prices have reached record highs for the state. We also did a poll, and 80% of us Black Americans are not happy with the current state of the economy, so I'm going to need 80% of y'all to vote accordingly in November. They love me, they love me, they really love me. The left wants you to get in your feelings about things that have been said, but I want you guys to pay attention to what has been done. They don't want to talk policy. They just want to use propaganda to steal your vote. The left is trying to tout this woman as a savior for the Black community, but all she's done is hurt the Black community since she came into the game. See, the first step in destroying the Black community is to dismantle the Black family. So aside from her record as a prosecutor, why don't we ask Mrs. Willie Brown if Kamala Harris cares about Black families? I wonder if Mrs. Willie Brown, a Black woman, is also with her. A few days ago, President Trump said he didn't know Vice President Harris was a black woman. I'm trying to figure out what all the outrage is about because she's only black when it's time to get elected. Did I lie? The same black people who are mad at Trump for being confused about her race, ethnicity, nationality, whatever, are seemingly forgetting that while you're touting her as a savior for black people, she identifies as an Asian woman. She chose her side and it wasn't ours. When asked if she would ever do anything specifically for black people, she said no. Whereas Trump gave us the Platinum Plan, which specifically uplifted the black community by increasing capital by almost $500 billion, creating 500,000 new black businesses, and would give black churches the ability to fight for federal resources for their communities. And why are we acting like strong borders aren't a thing literally everywhere else in the world? Since when has being patriotic been a crime? See, a few weeks ago at the debate, Trump mentioned black jobs. And a lot of people got in an uproar as if they didn't know what he meant. Well, we go to the polls and cast our black vote. We go to the stores and spend our black dollar. We live in our black community, but for whatever reason, we draw the line at a black job. Oh, but wait, because if you're wondering what a black job is, please, I encourage you all to drive through Atlanta at all these beautiful black-owned businesses and check and see who works there. Probably a black person working for a black entrepreneur, recycling the black dollar, creating black generational wealth. If they come here illegally and they're taking your jobs and your resources, then please believe my cousins in the Appalachians, they coming for you too. And y'all know Kamala Harris has yet to say Laken Riley's name. As borders are, she opened the border to millions of illegal immigrants that have flooded American streets with deadly drugs and gangs that have spiked overdoses by over 124% and brought more crime into minority communities. So how's that for black folks? But let's take race out of it. Just as a woman, period. How can you be a champion for women's rights when you're taking away opportunities from biological women and giving them to transgendered ones? I'll wait, y'all, because I wasn't done. See, how can you promote equity for women and you're allowing men to play in women's sports? And what kind of feminist would still allow men to enter their sacred spaces, i.e. our bathrooms and school locker rooms? Do I even need to mention the opening ceremony at the Olympics? Or the fact that Angela Carini was forced to fight a man and told us that she's never been punched so hard in her life. We cannot allow dangerous liberals who think things like this are okay into the White House, because my daughter will not be fighting a man at her wrestling match. And what I think both men and women can agree on is that national security is important. So who would y'all rather see lead us into war if it were so to happen? My silk-pressed sister Kamala or the big dog Donald Trump? And lastly, I cannot get up here without mentioning my farmers, the backbone of this country. And aside from the Biden-Harris administration hurting you guys in ways we can't even comprehend by the rising cost of everything, Black farmers suffered even more due to the delays associated with the Inflation Reduction Act signed in 2022. Now, don't let the Biden-Harris administration fool you, because they waited until the 9th hour to sign off on disbursements as a last-minute attempt to garner support. But why would they hurt the agricultural industry? Probably because they're looking forward to making more money in the pharmaceutical one. And speaking of pharmaceuticals, because I promise I'm gonna wrap this up, when they bring up abortion and they talk about protecting your medical freedoms, don't be afraid to mention COVID. The Biden-Harris administration forced Americans to take an experimental vaccine and took away their jobs, their livelihoods, and their freedoms if they refused. Trump gave us a choice and Biden gave us a mandate. Hey, y'all, because I'm about to kill him with this one. So the next time the left wants to tell you that, hey, abortion is a right and you need to protect your medical freedoms, remember that they took those freedoms away from men and women the second they got in office, and there's nothing stopping them from doing it again. Clock it. So lastly, again, I'm going to encourage you all to vote based on the facts and not feelings. Oh, he made me feel so bad when he said that. Okay, but they hurt your families when they sent all your tax dollars overseas. Oh, it hurts my feelings when he acts like that. Okay, but it hurts all of us when you see an administration failing their country that they were elected to represent. In which case, I'm going to leave y'all with, hey, mama, daddy, I made it.
All right. So with that all being said, that was a very explosive speech, and she was dropping a whole lot of receipts on Kabami at the end of the day. Now, whether you like what she said or you don't, what you have to admit, if you're just being honest with yourself at least, is that she didn't tell any lies about Kabami. That's what she didn't do. And you also have to admit that she sounded very intellectual, and she was a whole lot better to listen to than to watch Kabami when she had Megan Thee Stallion up on stage twerking, talking about hotties for Harris. That was an insult to Black people, as if that's all that we're worth and that's all that they can use to get through to us. So please pay attention, because I told you all days ago, before she even gave this speech, I told you all that it would have been better for Kabami to have someone up there who looks like me speaking about facts, okay? Speaking about the facts and the issues, rather than someone twerking and insulting our intelligence. And this is what the Democrats have long been doing, and this is what they continue to do. And I showed you the video of Malcolm X himself, who decades ago said the same thing, that they get trumpet players, they get comedians, they get Lena Horne, who was a singer back then, they get people like that to act as though they're our leaders and to come out and to say things in their behest, okay, at their behest. At the end of the day, I'm sorry, but Kamala needs to just go ahead and take this L, because that's exactly what she just got. What do y'all have to say about that? Okay, what do y'all have to say about that? I find it all so nefarious, okay? I didn't hear one lie. Did anybody else? If anyone heard a lie, please tell me what it was, because it's interesting. A very interesting point that she brought up is the fact that Kamala wants to talk about reproductive rights and about having abortions and all of that. But at the same time, it was her and Biden who mandated us to get venom. Okay, that's what they did. They made the mandates that caused people to lose their jobs at the end of the day. So what do y'all have to say about that? Jehovah Sugar said, I heard a lot of lies. Please put the lies in the chat. Please put the lies in the chat, because I would like to know what they were. Okay? I would like to know what the lies were. Okay? You said that was a lie. What was a lie? Specify. If you heard a lot of lies, then you should be able to list at least one. So please put the lie in the chat, beloved. I want to know what it was, because I didn't hear one. Okay, take heed to the message says no lies. Okay, I didn't hear any lies. A Slick Rick said no lies detected there. Okay. Jehovah Sugar said Biden never mandated Stupid 19 or the venom. Who mandated it then? Who was telling people that they had to take it? Who made it possible for companies to fire you or send you home if you didn't get it? Who made that possible? Okay. She says, Jehovah says Trump created the venom. Trump? So he works at a pharmaceutical company now? No, he didn't create it. He didn't create it. That's a lie right there. That's the lie. Okay, now with that all being said, at the end of the day, Nessie X said, I didn't hear any lies. I didn't hear any either. December White said, ask Willie Brown's wife. Sweet D said she must be a Kabami. Well, let me tell y'all something. If y'all didn't hear any lies, Y'all about to hear a lie right now because I'm about to play a video where Kabami clearly was lying. Okay, and it don't take a rocket scientist to figure it all out. Now, y'all know I've already said that I'm voting for Dr. Shiva, who I had on here for an interview. But with that all being said, at the end of the day, I don't have any reason, to really pick a side between Trump and Kabami because I've already chosen who I'm voting for, and that's Dr. Shiva. But let's listen to what Kabami had to say to Uncle Luke from 2 Live Crew because both of them was lying. Okay, I don't know if Luke is misinformed or just foolish or obtuse, but at the end of the day, what he said wasn't true, and Kabami let it ride. So let's get into it. Okay, maybe we should ask Mrs. Willie Brown. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
What 4 words would immediately let you know about who I am? It's not in the vocabulary.
Is that when people question your blackness, you were on that bus, you were part of the civil rights movement, but the struggle is convincing people that this is a strong black woman who lives a strong black life, and why is there any question?
You're right. It's frustrating. There was this one journalist who said to me, I'm doing this interview, and he says, well, you have family members that went to Stanford and Harvard, but you chose to go to Howard. No, elite schools like Stanford, but you chose to go to Howard. Now, I was ready to hang this thing up.
Right.
I was about to.
Let me just pause it right there. Now, you already heard the lie if you were listening. He said that she was on the bus right there during the civil rights movement. And she agreed. If you were born in 1964, I'm sorry, what? Let's look this up to be sure. What year was Kabami born? Because I have a whole lot of questions. She was on a civil rights bus, so she was a freedom fighter? Hold on. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. She was born October the 20th, 1964. So how in the hell was she on a civil rights bus fighting for rights? Y'all, I'm sorry. The lie.
Go off, which would not have been cool, because I'm trying to get elected.
Yeah. But you went to Howard.
They went to these elite schools, and you went to, and I said, well, you do know that Howard University is the Mecca.
Exactly.
Just put that, let's put that in its place. And so the frustration, to be honest with you, is that, sometimes I'm like, look, I am not running to be Black History professor. I'm running to be president.
Right.
And you all need to figure this out. And you need to figure out the diaspora.
Say what now? She said, we need to figure out the diaspora. Girl, you need to figure out who the hell you want to be. Okay, a whole chameleon as far as I'm concerned. Because here's the thing. Even if she was Black, I don't care if she's Black or not. But let's not lie and act like she wasn't acting, as if she hasn't always promoted herself as being Indian. Okay, loud and proud. And let's also not act like she only comes out with all of this talk about being Black during election time. Now, y'all know this is the truth. Y'all know that last election cycle when she was running for president before she was nominated for VP. But you all remember when she was running for president, she stood in front of that Black Panther poster at the movie theater wearing her Howard University sweatshirt, holding a bag of popcorn. You all remember how she put her hair in Bantu knots and slicked down her edges. Y'all remember all of this. Y'all remember how she walked in dancing to Cardi B at the restaurant. Y'all remember that, right? Don't y'all remember that? Don't y'all remember when she went on the Breakfast Club and lied and said that when she was in college, she smoked marijuana and that she listened to Tupac and Snoop, who weren't even out when she was in college? Y'all remember all that, right? Y'all remember when she shouted out Phife Dawg, who'd been dead for years, from Tribe Called Quest? Y'all remember all this, right? This woman is a liar, okay? She sat there and let that man say that she was on a bus for civil rights. Now, y'all know that's an outright lie. And then Jehovah Sugar says that the Venom came out in 2020. Well, that doesn't mean that Trump made it. He's not a pharmaceutical company. It was made by Pfizer, okay? And the rest of those pharmaceutical companies that were distributing it, okay? Johnson & Johnson, all right? So I'm just saying, I just find this all very interesting, okay? I just find this all very interesting. But hold on, because here's the thing. Hold on. I can't remember this young lady's name. Let me look it up real quick. Naomi Osaka. I couldn't remember Naomi's last name. Now, Naomi Osaka, you all remember her, right? The young lady that's a tennis player who is half Asian or half Korean and half Haitian, if I'm not mistaken. Now, do you all remember when a reporter was talking to that young lady and then talked about her growing up in a Korean household or whatever, and she stopped them and said, wait a minute. I'm paraphrasing, but she was like, basically, wait a minute, don't forget about my Haitian side, because I'm Haitian too. Now, y'all tell me, pull up the footage so we can all see it and witness it, when Kabami ever did the same, when they held her as being Hindu, when they held her as being a whole Indian. Did she ever stop and say, well, hold up now, I'm black too? Did she ever do that when it wasn't time for an election? Somebody please drop the receipts. Somebody please send me the link to the video, because I've not ever seen it, nor have I ever heard her say such a thing. She's always been gloating and smiling and gleeful when they said that she was the first Indian woman. Okay? So I'm sorry. Greta said Naomi is black and proud. Exactly, because when you're black and proud, that's what you do. When somebody's only talking about one part of you, one of your parents, and trying to ignore the other part, you let them know. You don't forget about, hey, I'm Haitian too. Hold up. But Kabami's never done that. And I'm going to tell you right now, we as black people don't owe her a damn thing. We don't owe her a damn thing. And for the foolish people, the obtuse ones amongst us who sit there and say, well, she went to an HBCU. Well, she joined a sorority, AKA. Isn't Luke's wife an AKA? Is that why he got up there trying to defend Kabami and have her sit there and he lied with her? Is that why he was doing all of this? Because it seems like he sold us out for the Democrats to be a whole shield. Now, that's just my opinion. But I have several questions about all of it. Okay? I have several questions about all of it. All right. Slick Rick said you should listen to Judge Joe Brown. We listened to that. I played it on the backup channel yesterday, in fact. We did listen to it. And we heard everything that he said, how her father identifies as Irish and Indian, not Jamaican. Okay? Not Jamaican at the end of the day. So I have a whole lot of questions. I have a whole lot of questions. And what I also want to say is, for the people who sit there and say that she graduated from the HBCU and that she was an AKA and all of that, well, here's the thing. Rachel Dolezal. Y'all know who Rachel Dolezal, y'all remember her, right? Rachel Dolezal also went to an HBCU. So please tell me, what does that have to do with any damn thing? I mean, when I was in college, we had people who were not black to join fraternities and sororities too. What does that have to do with anything? So that's supposed to give her validation? That is the most ridiculous, asinine thing I've ever heard someone say to try to justify her, okay, claiming that she's black all of a sudden. All right, because if you're black 24/7, all right, 365. But she's only talking about being black. I mean, when have we been having this discussion? I want y'all to really sit here and be honest with yourselves. When was the last time Kabami came out talking about her blackness? Has she done it in the 4 years that she's been the VP? I haven't heard her. The last time I heard her saying something about being black was during the last election. That's the last time. During the last election. I didn't hear her say anything about it prior or after. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. If anyone did, please let me know. Please let me know. And here's another thing that I don't like about this whole agenda. When she's sitting there talking about abortions and talking about reproductive rights, why is she always directing that towards black women? Why is she always directing that towards black women? We don't need to be having abortions. That's genocide. That's a way to depopulate your own race. Why is she always out there talking about that? I have questions. Now, she didn't have time to go to the border. She didn't have time to check on them borders, but she had all the time in the world to go over to Africa and try to check them about their laws. That's what she did, trying to go over there and check them about what they're doing on their own continents. That's what she had time to do. Okay? This lady said boldly and proudly to our faces, no, I'm not going to do anything specifically for Black people. No, I'm not going to sit here and say that. Okay, so I want you all to pay attention. And this guy who supposedly is her VP pick, I don't know if he really is or not. And at the end of the day, if he is, it's not looking good for her because they have allegations coming out about him right now about how he supposedly inappropriately handled, allegedly, an sexual harassment claim that was brought before him and a few other things. This guy, Josh Shapiro, now they're also saying that it might be trouble because he's the same as her husband. They're saying that he's from the same group of people as her husband and that might play a role in it. So I find it all interesting, but hold up. Let's pull this up real quick. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Because they said the Philadelphia mayor leaked this information. Okay, here we go right here. Speculation runs wild after Philadelphia mayor appears to leak Harris's vice president pick. So Philadelphia mayor released a video urging Americans to support Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro for vice president. Okay, who's one of Kamala's husband's people. Now, sparking speculation that Kamala Harris's pick for running mate has been leaked. Now, on Friday, Mayor Sherrell Parker posted a video on her personal social media accounts encouraging Pennsylvania to stand behind Kamala Harris for president and Josh Shapiro for vice president, days before the presumptive Democratic nominee is expected to make her official announcement. She says, I can't think of a better partner for our governor, Josh Shapiro. This is what Parker said in the video. And I actually saw the video yesterday. Okay. Now, the ad caused speculation to run wild across social media, with many wondering whether the mayor had accidentally revealed Harris's running mate. The video has not been deleted as of Saturday morning. Now, the video was accidentally posted on Friday, but had been scheduled for Monday after Harris made her announcement. Ernest Owens, editor-at-large for Philadelphia Magazine, said in a tweet, "It's Josh Shapiro, y'all." However, the Independent has learned that Mayor Parker was simply expressing her support for a longtime ally and friend as a potential selection by Harris for the Democratic ticket. No, she wasn't. She flat out said that man was the VP pick. That's what she said. She didn't talk about no opinion. She didn't say, this is my opinion. This is who I think she should pick. She said that man was the VP pick. Now, if she lied, that's one thing, but that's what she said because I saw the video. However, okay, they're saying that she was just speculating. Basically. Now, Shapiro is reportedly on Harris's VP short list, along with Arizona Senator Mark Kelly. That's the man that I told you who's the former astronaut, that there was rumors that Obama wanted him at the top of the ticket rather than Kabami. But anyway, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Governor Andy Beshear, and also they said Pete Buttigieg. Now, clues in the past week have suggested that Harris may be focusing on Shapiro. Harris is expected to hold her first rally with her VP pick on Tuesday in Pennsylvania, Shapiro's home state. So is this speculation? Because it sounds like it was really who she picked. She is expected to make the official announcement before then, adding further speculation that the Pennsylvania governor will join Harris's ticket. Shapiro canceled his fundraising events in New York, slated for this weekend. They say the governor's trip was planned several weeks ago and included several fundraisers for his own campaign committee. His press secretary gave this information to the Associated Press in a statement. Now, his schedule has changed and he is no longer traveling to the Hamptons this weekend. Now, this week, the National Women's Defense League issued a statement calling for the Harris campaign to drop Shapiro as VP contender after an sexual harassment claim against one of his aides that his office settled for $300,000. Okay, Shapiro's aide, Mike Vreb, was accused on March 2023 of sexual harassment of an employee who worked for the governor's office. Vreb resigned weeks after the settlement was arranged. Now, Governor Shapiro's office should have done a better job preventing sexual harassment from happening in his own office by former Cabinet Secretary Mike Vereb, including protecting the survivor who bravely came forward, ensuring that any other potential survivors felt safe in speaking up and ensuring the harasser didn't have the opportunity to further harm after the complaint. This is what the NWDL said. Now, the group urged the Harris campaign to consider the handling of past complaints of sexual harassment inside the Pennsylvania governor's office. Okay, now the concern is not without significance, especially given Harris's GOP rival, Donald Trump. Okay, and so with that all being said, what do y'all have to say about this? And on Friday, Harris officially clinched the Democratic presidential nomination, making history as the first Black woman and Asian American to lead a major political party. See, I want y'all to pay attention to the comment right there. The first Black woman and Asian American. See, when it's election time, all of a sudden, she's always, please pay attention, it's not a lie. Every time it's an election cycle, she's the first Black woman and Asian American. I want y'all to pay attention. But I showed you all, for those of you who follow the backup channel, didn't I in fact show you all the video yesterday where the man was praising her for being the first Indian and all of that? Nobody said nothing about no Black. Okay, she didn't correct them. She didn't say, hey, hold up, wait a minute. Okay, and also, didn't her family own slaves over there in Jamaica? Didn't her family own slaves over there in Jamaica? I'm sorry. Nobody in my family owned slaves. In fact, my ancestors were slaves. They didn't own them. So y'all can sit down somewhere with the lies, BS, and bullshit and trying to go in on people like me who are simply calling her out for the truth. Why don't we, instead of talking to Mrs. Willie Brown, why don't we talk to Jamal Truelove? I've been telling y'all for weeks. That's who we need to talk to, Jamal Truelove. The young man who was sent to prison, wrongfully convicted, framed allegedly by the police, and sent to prison for a murder he didn't commit when Kabami's office had the receipts to verify and substantiate that he didn't do it. Sat in prison for 5 or 6 years. Okay, let's talk about it. Why don't we talk to the 600 plus Black men who went to prison because there was a woman working in the drug lab who tainted the evidence, and Kabami knew it. Kabami didn't want to prosecute her until the judge forced her hand. Now, y'all think somebody who would do those things cares about Black people? The same woman who locked up many Black people for smoking marijuana, selling it or whatever, but she supposedly smoked it herself and laughed like it was a joke. The same woman who put Black women in jail for truancy. One woman specifically had a child who was sick and had proof of it, but she was put in jail too. Some of these women took their children to school and dropped them off and watched them walk inside the building, and they played hooky. They skipped school. But she put them in jail too. She couldn't offer them some type of diversion program or something else, some type of fine or other penalty besides locking them up. Hardworking single mothers who are trying to do the best they can. Anyway, with that all being said, I just want you all to pay attention. I'm going to conclude this broadcast. For those of you who didn't get the memo, like I said, there's the link that I just dropped in the chat. I'm going to be going live again today at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Going to be talking to Rihanna's ex-publicist, Jonathan Hay, and he's going to be giving information and receipts on this whole debacle about the rumors about Jay-Z and Rihanna. And I'm also going to ask him about Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein, what I've already told you about last year, okay, and why the feds were investigating Jay-Z in the first place and why they thought that he was having these things going on, transporting minors, dealing with minors and all those things, okay? So everyone, please get the likes up. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. And I hope to see you all at the next live. Okay, and so with that all being said, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got